We lost an American icon today. He's okay. He's perfectly healthy. It's just Mike Gundy lost his job. And this is huge news. He was the second longest tenured head coach in major college football. Kirk Ferentz at Iowa is the only other one. Mike Gundy had had the Oklahoma State job for 21 seasons. Quickly, those of you who are listening out there, who was the head coach at Oklahoma State before Mike Gundy? Who did Mike Gundy replace at Oklahoma State? If numbers don't mean anything to you, I'm about to make it hit home. Les Miles was the coach that Mike Gundy replaced. Miles has long since been at LSU for a long time, been gone from LSU for a long time, coached at Kansas and is gone from there now. And Mike Gundy was still just hanging out in Stillwater. Oh, by the way, from 06 to 2023, above 500 every year. Just an incredible run. And it ended poorly, as most tenures do. Very few of them end on your terms. But there's a bunch of young adults around Stillwater who have never known an Oklahoma State coaching search. I mean, I got folks in their early to mid-20s who either weren't alive or were and can't remember the last time this job ever came open. So let's do a quick check here. We already had Brent Pry fired at Virginia Tech. We had Deshaun Foster fired at UCLA. Now we got Mike Gundy fired at Oklahoma State. I think it's fair to ask the question, well, if they were on such unstable footing that it's September 23rd and you're already ready to fire him, why did they start the season as your head coach? A lot of times those are very, very complex questions. However, sometimes people overthink the room, and when you ask that question, you're asking the right question. I always ask that. Anytime a guy loses his job in September, just the principled side of me thinks, okay, if he had less than 4 weeks of rope left, why did he ever start the season to begin with? So here's kind of the long and short of it. And maybe Mike Gundy will tell his story eventually. I don't know. I think he was already checked out this year. The word was that it was a complete disaster behind the scenes at Oklahoma State. And the word was they came to him and sort of strong-armed him into taking a pay cut this past year. And the pay cut, the money saved from the pay cut, was going to go into the NIL fund. And then he took the pay cut, and then the money didn't really go where he expected it to go. A lot of staffers kind of got out of Dodge when they could. And I really think Mike Gundy was just kind of on autopilot this year. He acted like it. He carried himself like it from afar. And I don't blame him. I don't even blame him. Hate that there are players there whose one experience in college football has to be burned during this. The AD today comes out and flat out says, I'm not worried about this year, the next few weeks. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the next several years. Cool. Screw you to all the guys still here. Oh, but by the way, we expect you to suit up and play every Saturday. You know. We'll get back to the video 1 second. Do me one quick favor. Look down. Make sure you're subscribed. Most of you are. If you're not, please do so. It's the way we keep the channel free, we keep the videos coming, and we get to do college football year-round as God intended. All right, as promised, back to the video. It's an opportunity here for Oklahoma State, obviously, to go make a new hire. He was not afforded the opportunity to retire and finish the season, reportedly. So there were some mixed reports out there earlier today. They came to him and said, do you want to announce your retirement? We'll let you, finish the season. Apparently that wasn't the case. These folks hated each other. I mean, Mike Gundy wasn't getting along with anyone in the administration there. That's well known in Oklahoma State circles. I just know people who live in Ann Arbor, Michigan aren't paying a whole lot of attention to Oklahoma State. So Mike Gundy's next move, according to those close to him, is he wants to get right back into coaching. Football coaches are put on this earth to coach. I got no problem. Coach till you're 100 for all I care. But selfishly, I hope he takes a few years off from coaching, because Mike Gundy, unfiltered, with a microphone in front of him, would be about as entertaining as any pregame show could hope to produce to you. Any kind of studio show could hope to offer you. I don't even know which network. It could be us for all I care. I've never co-hosted the show with anyone. If Mike Gundy hit us up and said, I want to do a few shows with you, done. Me and Mike Gundy, and I'd probably shut up most of the time. It'd be that amazing. Now, you could say he was never really all that filtered even as a coach. You're right. But even I know, even you and I know, he held some stuff back. I'd just love to hear his take on the game. with no consequences tied to it. I'd love to hear that. I mean, Mike Gundy on television would be must see. And there aren't many people out there that are really must see appointment viewing for me. That would be one of them. What kind of job is this? I don't really know that I fully formed my opinion on this yet. I'm looking at my phone right now, and there are, several people who have hit me up even as we've been on air to talk about this very subject. I think Zach Robinson, who is the OC right now for the Atlanta Falcons, I certainly think from the donor class there, he's the overwhelming favorite. If I had to guess, I would say I think he'll get the job. I have no idea because, again, I got to talk to a lot of people before I have any kind of opinion. So mine's just a guess on that front. But if you've got a coaching opening right now and you're looking to go the up-and-coming coordinator route, boy, it's a good time. It's a good time. Shannon Dawson's down at Miami. Phenomenal coach. Will Stein at Oregon. Ben Arbuckle at Oklahoma just down the road. I mean, Arbuckle could live in the same house he's in right now. Colin Klein. Can you imagine Oklahoma State going and grabbing Colin Klein before Kansas State can have their job open and go get Colin Klein? My goodness. But I just wonder. I'm always fascinated by this because it's a very, very tumultuous time in college athletics. So I'm always fascinated at the perception of a job, the profile of a job. Virginia Tech, same way. What do you think about the job? That's the first thing I'm asking coaches. That's the first thing I'm asking agents. How do you see that job? And that's what will dominate a lot of my free time over the next few days.